Hi guys, it's Ben Seong, and today we're going to be running through a simple bicep exercise. Now I'm going to be introducing you to a tricep, which means I'm going to string 3 different exercises together. And I'm going to explain why I put these exercises together for the biceps. It's a very simple structure, but you're going to get some real burn out of this movements. So follow me. First activity I'm going to be doing is a 65-degree bicep curl. So I'm going to set my bench at 65 degree and I'm going to basically do a simple bicep curl. Now the reason for this starting activity is I want to be able to position my arms behind my body. So I'm stretching my shoulders in this particular position. The reason why I'm doing this is it allows my bicep tendon to be stretched maximally. So when I'm putting my arms behind my body, my bicep tendon that crosses into my shoulder as well as into my elbow is stretched maximally. So I'm keeping it locked right here as I curl and squeeze the bicep from this particular insertion point. The goal of this particular bicep exercise, as you can see, is making sure that I completely lengthen my muscles before I contract it. So you will watch me as I bring the dumbbells down. I aim to squeeze my triceps at the bottom to get a maximal contraction of my biceps. But guess what? Most people don't do that. So I want you to maximally contract your biceps. You maximally contract your triceps at the bottom in order to get a maximal stretch on the biceps before you contract that again. I'm going to perform this for about 7-8 reps. Then I'm going to move on to the next exercise. Key is here, no swinging, and my neck and my head is firmly tucked on the bench. I'll watch my shoulders as they don't move, but I curl up as I come down, maximally stretch, squeeze my triceps up again. So I don't lose any tension at the bottom position. In fact, I reinforce my strength in a stretched position for my bicep. Oh yeah. Now from here, from this particular exercise, I'm going to move on to a standing bicep curl. Very straightforward, but this time the position of my arm is actually beside my body. So I've moved from a stretch position to now a shortened position this way, still locking my shoulders in and curling up. So essentially the tendon that crosses, the bicep tendon that crosses my shoulders now is shortened slightly and I curl it up. This exercise here is actually easier than this one that I just did. So I'm moving from a more difficult exercise to an easier one, which facilitates the fact that I can lift a weight and make that lighter for myself. So I'll do a bicep curl, same principles apply. I curl up and I squeeze my triceps at the bottom. Maximal contraction, super important. I'll be moving on to the third exercise. Now, if you followed the sequencing of what I've just did, you'd probably be right if you're saying that my third bicep exercise is one where my arms go right in front of my body. So I will be performing an exercise where my arms are in front of my body. I'm using the cables for this one. So in this last movement, I've attached a cable and I've put it right at the top because I really want my arms to lift. So I've gone all the way from behind now to a straight position. My arms are in front of my body. As I pull with this one, it's the same principles of maximally stretching my arms and extending my biceps at the end position. But when I come to the top position, my goal is to pull it outwards because I really want that bicep thick. So if you watch my biceps, if I start to rotate my arms outwards, you really get that peak. So this is really what I'm aiming to do, is I pull it outwards to my head. I don't stop there, I pull it out rotate, get the peak, and extend. Now watch the position of my elbows. They don't change. My shoulders are stuck where it is. And what I'm trying to do right now, as you can see, is arms right in front of my body, which really shortens the insertion that crosses my shoulder. And as I curl in, I really feel the contraction in my bicep peaks. Okay, so I've done 3 exercises in a row. I typically tend to get about 6 to 7 reps per exercise. Minimal rest in between. Start to see that my hands are shaking right now. And that's it. So that's this tricep for today's bicep exercise. Use it wisely and watch those peaks grow. I hope you enjoyed this simple bicep tricep that I just did. Remember, the first exercise is a 65-degree bicep curl. We moved on to a standing bicep curl. And then the last exercise, I decided to tweak things up and change things up, and we moved on to a cable, where we did a cable curl using a band. The purpose of these 3 exercises are to change the angle of the arms from stretching behind your body to beside your body to the front. So in doing so, we're making sure that your biceps are maximally stretched while it's working, all the way to a maximal contraction, the most difficult to the easiest exercise. I tend to perform 6 to 8 repetitions per exercise to get maximal bang for your buck and an intense burn. Now remember, make sure you squeeze those peaks, extend your biceps maximally to get maximal results. See you guys soon.